Hey, Terry Khan from Absolute Synergy here, and I'm going to go show you guys a basic lust strategy from 11 o'clock. When I build at 11, I build my hall right there, right in that little groove of the trees. It's the closest you can get to the gold mine without sliding one spot over to the left. If you slide over one spot to the left, one of the first things you have to do is chop this tree here and chop these trees right here, and that's not really something I like doing, so I just build my hall right there. Next building is a farm, and I put my farm right there so that if I got an enemy at 9 o'clock or small 9 down here, they can't come up here and build a barracks right here and wall me in. If they wall me in, my peons are going to pop out up here, and I'm going to walk all the way around here just to get the peons down to where I need them. So, farm's done, and I'm going to scout 9 o'clock. There's nobody there, but I'm going to check it anyway just for the purpose of the video. You always scout 9 o'clock after your first farm. Come up here, build my second farm. 9 o'clock is clear. So I come back up here and I build a barracks in that little gap right there. With this third farm, I'm going to make a smith. And that smith goes right up there. It just fits real nice. That barracks covers that whole hole down there. Fourth peon, make a lumber mill. The reason I build in that order is barracks, smith, and lumber mill. The barracks and the smith take longer to build than the lumber mill, so I knock those two out first so that hopefully by the time the barracks and smith are done, the lumber mill finishes right at the same time as all of it. What I'm doing here is I built two farms right up against this gold mine and a wall right here, and basically that just creates a better gold flow for my peons. Farm's done, I'm making another farm. Anytime you build, try to make it as organized as possible. Barracks is done, smith is done, lumber mill's done, so I'm going to make a cat. Coming down to the barracks, cat's already popping out, and I'm getting attacked. So here in a minute, I'm going to start repairing that barracks with one peon. That's only one grunt though, so there's no rush to do it right now. This lust strategy calls for 19 peons before stronghold, so I'll have a total of 20 units, 19 peons and one catapult when I upgrade to stronghold. Repairing the barracks, cat's getting close to coming out. And since I can afford the resources and it's something that I'm going to have to do anyway, I'm going to start upgrading, go to my blacksmith and upgrade my weapons to level 3. Catapult popped out, starting to attack that grunt. Grunt's dead. I didn't show you guys, but I had one of the first peons chopping this wood right here. When you do that, bring that peon down right level with this peon, one spot over, right in this hole, and start chopping that first piece of wood. If you have it too high, your peons are going to pop out, and instead of getting gold, they're going to have to walk all the way around here. So that's something that you got to be aware of. I backed my cat up off the barracks because an archer was attacking that barracks. If I would have had the catapult right up against the barracks, the archer would have been able to reach it. So I just backed my cat up a little bit so that it didn't get hit by the archer, but at the same time it can still kill the archer. So I'm at 20 units right now, and I can go stronghold. But I only have farm space for 21, so I'm going to build another farm right now. I got my second barracks going. I did that pretty much right as soon as I upgraded to stronghold, so that by the time I have an ogre mound, I can start pumping 2 ogres at a time. You never want 2 peons chopping the same piece of wood at the same time, so keep an eye on your peons chopping wood and make sure that they're not chopping the exact same piece of wood, otherwise you're just wasting time. Build a wall there, pop the peon out so I can start doing something else with him. Ogre mound's done. And I'm going to pull a peon off my gold to start repairing it. Going to build another farm here, getting a little bit low on farms. Second barracks done. And I'm going to squeeze one more peon out before that ogre mound gets done. Slows me down just a little bit to lust, but it should help me out with resources. So upgrading the fort right now, and I will be making my third barracks soon. And I'm low on gold, so I need to start pulling some peons off of wood and throwing them on gold. I'm doing really high on wood. I'm not managing my resources as good as I should. My wood is way too high and my gold is way too low. So basically, I just need to take some peons off of wood and put them on gold. Getting ready to make my third barracks. And fort is done, so I'm going to make an altar, and I'm going to pull some peons off of wood since I got a lot of wood as it is and not a lot of gold. So I got some ogres made, and it's time to chop out. Actually, the best time to start chopping is right before you make the ogres, so that by the time the ogres are done, you're already chopped out of your base. And there's an archer there, and he's going to hit that peon, so I'm gonna put one peon chopping out down here and the other peon chopping out up there, so that if an archer hits one of them, hopefully I can kill him before he gets both the peons, because I do have to chop out. And I don't know if you noticed, I just built another wall up by my gold mine because one of the peons chopped the wood right next to it. There it is, right there. And it's done. That just keeps a good gold flow going. Upgrade to level 4. And I got my peon building my first scout farm. The units that are attacking me seem to be coming from this direction, so I put my scout farm right there. And I got a grunt attacking that scout farm, so I'm going to send a couple ogres down there. Starting to get a little bit low on wood and getting a little bit high on gold, so I'm going to switch some of these peons around. I just started upgrading lust, and I should be hitting level 7 here soon, upgrading my weapons in my blacksmith. Take that peon, build another scout farm. Basically, the purpose of the scout farms is to give you notice if and there goes my level 7. Scout farms, you build those and you spread them out in front of your base in the direction that you think enemies are going to come from, so that you have a little bit of warning before they get there. You can lust your ogres up. And these two ogres right here, I started patrolling those right there in case my enemy were to send a death knight over here. Run it over this way and start death and decaying my gold mine. Those ogres that are patrolling that area right here, right there, they will they'll knock that death knight out hopefully before he does too much damage to my gold. So I sent 2 ogres in 9 o'clock just to scout the area out, make sure there's no units in there so that I can expand. So it was clear. I sent my peon on and I built my first expansion at 9 o'clock. Getting a little bit low on farm space, so I start repairing that one. Come over here, build my 4th barracks. And in pretty much any game that goes into late game, you're going to need some temples so that you can build death knights. So I started working on a temple. Come down here, build another scout farm. And you see my scout farms start over here and then they work their way down. Basically, I'm just trying to get as much notice as possible to find out when my enemy is going to start attacking me. Took a couple grunts and I'm going to send them down here to small 9 and scout that area out. Make sure it's clear, and if it's clear, I'm going to send some peons down there to start expanding. 9 o'clock is done, so I am going to start walling it off. In this video, I walled off the top of 9 o'clock a little too soon. I should have left the top of 9 o'clock open so that after my gold mine blew up here, I could send some peons inside 9 o'clock. But I'll cancel that town hall, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I built a temple right there, and that hall right there, I built that one too soon. trying to get my peon out of the kill zone here. Hopefully I can take care of these grunts and archers and start expanding at small 9. Start getting some resource going at 9 o'clock, put some peons on gold. And my gold mine is about to blow. So after that blows, yeah, there, I canceled that haul. After that blows, I'm going to send some peons down there to start getting gold. Started my expansion at 9 o'clock, and these 2 peons right here, they're going to start walling off the bottom at 9 o'clock. I built 1 barracks and 1 temple. Basically, the barracks is for just a little bit of protection, and the temple is so I can make some death knights and start sending them to other people's expansions. Built that cannon tower, upgraded death and decay, and then I upgraded haste. Haste is a really good tool. Another thing to do is upgrade unholy armor. Not a lot of people do that, but you know, when you're spinning a death knight into an expansion with a bunch of towers and you got unholy armor, it makes them invincible for I don't know, probably about 15-20 seconds, so that the towers, they can't do anything to the death knight. I put that farm right there in case an enemy comes up and starts attacking this stuff. He's going to have to kill that farm first before he starts getting on this barracks and in temple. Sent about half of my peons to small 9 and about half of them to 9 o'clock. The reason I did that is because I don't want all of my peons in one expansion. If somebody comes through and kills one of my expansions, I still got some other peons to work with. Or if they come through there and send a death knight, I still got, you know, half of my peons instead of putting all my peons at one place. So that tower's done, and I closed small 9 off. I built it with a farm, but I actually recommend using a temple so that you can make a death knight inside small 9. So I got all my peons at 9 o'clock, and I built that hall right there to close it off. So that is basically my small 9, or my 11 o'clock lust, and then my 2 closest expansions. Another thing to work on when you guys are lusting your ogres, just double click your ogres. A lot of you guys already know how to do this, but double click an ogre, hit O, and then double click another one, and it'll, you know, you'll start lusting one after the other pretty quick. And that's my 11 o'clock lust from Terror Con.